You already know when I come out with all these wash pans, it's because it's going to be harvesting day. 6 a.m. on July 8th, and I am about to do an early harvest before the sun comes up. We had a really nice shower of rain yesterday, so I'm going to come out this morning and start harvesting some stuff in my garden. So come on with me and let's see what we have going on. In this first bed here, I am going to harvest all this time. They have gone to flower. I'm probably going to leave some maybe on the edges to so that way I can collect some seed. And then we are going to harvest some stinging nettle in this bed. I also have some thyme that I'm going to harvest here. And these are different varieties, but I'm still going to mix it up, harvest them together, mix it up to make my green seasonings and also to do my dry mix rub. I can hear the bees zooming by, and this is why also I'm going to leave some flowers back, because the bees love the flowers. This grows so well in this raised bed here. I think I'm going to take some more. So much. I'm just trying to separate it here. Yeah. So this is as much as I would want to leave here, which is still a lot. But I have my reasons why I cut this back this way at this point in the season. I've already cut back this specific thyme plant here twice for the season, and it did give me at least that amount of thyme. Early in the spring, this thing pops like it was just ready to grow, and so I let it grow some, I cut it back. Then I let it grow again later on in the spring into the early summer. I cut it back again, and this is the third time I'm cutting it back. It's going to continue to grow. And this is why I harvest when I grow, so that way the plant will get the message to start growing again. Now I'm going to hold off on the stinging nettle for now, because I should be wearing long sleeves with this. And I'm not wearing long sleeves right now, but this is also a prolific bearer, and I've already cut it back a couple times so far this season, so I'll probably do that later on or even tomorrow when I have some sleeves on before I harvest it. Now I'm going to finally take this daikon radish out. This was from last year, and I left it so it can go to seed, and I was able to get my seed from it. I already harvested that, and they're drying. The birds were, oh, I did leave some more on here, but that's okay. It was a source of food also for the birds. They enjoy those seeds, so I allowed them to have some of the seeds, and then I was able to get some for myself. So I'm going to pull this out now. And I like daikon radish. I grow it. I like it because I ferment vegetables, and I make my own homemade fermented vegetables. Look, it's sending out more. Maybe I should just leave it because it's in the ground. Seems like it wants to send out more seeds, so I'll just let it sit there so the birds can have it. But I'm gonna go in and harvest the Swiss chard here. And as you can see, I have 3 different varieties growing here. I have the yellow one, the red one, and the white one. So I'm gonna harvest all of this, even the bad, even the leaves that went bad, like these ones. I'm gonna pull them out, and the chickens are gonna have a feast today. And as you can see, this bed is now empty. I harvested most of the Swiss chard I had in there. These ones that are still smaller, I let them be, and they will grow up and thicken up really nicely. And if you notice in here where I harvested, it's important to leave the center leaf in there, and as to not damage the heart of the plant, to allow it to continue to produce. All right, so we made out good. Now I got my work cut out for me to to process all this. All right, now I'm gonna harvest my echinacea. I have some here also. Now I do have in my yard for beautification purposes, but those I do not use. I just let them be, let the insects and the birds enjoy them. And they're perennial, so they come back bigger and better every year. Well, I came in to harvest some cornflower, but I got a bonus beans and cucumber. Oh yeah, I'll take that. We're gonna eat good today. All right, I'm so beat already. The sun is up. It's so humid out. What do you guys want? They know. They know the treat is here. What do you want? All right, here's your treat. Okay, it's not that serious. And now I'm gonna come back here and do some harvesting. I have more stinging nettle to harvest, and definitely some beans that I have growing in this planter here. And they are ready, so I'm gonna harvest these. Now in this planter I have some beautiful amaranth, Pink Beauty amaranth, and I am going to be harvesting some of these today also. I dropped the seeds in here, and what I meant to do was allow it to germinate, and when it gets to a transplantable size, I would go ahead and transplant it. But yeah, lots to do, and I didn't get to it, so they're all in here. I am going to harvest this, and then I am going to throw a little bit of chicken compost in here and allow it to regrow again before it bolts because it's a hot summer. But where this is located does not get an entire day of full sun, so I'm hoping that I'm able to harvest a lot of these this year, and then when I'm ready, allow it to go to seed so I can collect the seeds and save them. Now back here also does not get a full day of sun, so it's been doing well as far as critter activity. We did have someone broke in and started digging, so I had to reinforce the entry spot. I believe it was a rabbit because most of my carrots in this bed, the green leaves has been eaten up really good. But nevertheless, we're going to get in there and harvest some kale today. Because you know, sometimes there's so much you can do. And all I do is walk around and try to reinforce the garden, securing it from the critters, but I also understand that the critters need to eat too, and if these are easy pickings for them, they're gonna follow it. They're just gonna get to it at some point. Over here these are the only broccoli I have left, and what I've been doing is removing the, see this? I've already harvested broccoli from these. But look, I've been allowing them to regrow. So what I do is I come out and I pop these off and I saute it up, guys, and it's so good. This was the main, look how far down this was. This was the main broccoli head that I harvested, and I was able to harvest these because they were enclosed in that fencing area. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna continue to do. All right, so we're gonna harvest this kale. I'm just gonna break the leaves off. The chickens can get that. The bugs have already been destroying my greens. Look at the cabbage. See, the leaves is starting to fold, but the leaves are being eaten up by the worms. I came through and I looked for any that I can see and pull them off. So I keep coming through just to check, but I haven't. Ooh, see that? You want that gone, absolutely gone. These are butterfly eggs. These are the eggs, so I'm glad I caught that. Let me look some more. You know what? I'm just gonna finish up harvesting the kale, and I'm gonna come back to do this. And this is what's happening to me this morning, because I started a harvesting video and I found myself weeding the garden. I found myself redirecting my pumpkin vines and all of this other stuff that need to be done. And once I'm in the garden and I see the need to get it done, then I start doing stuff. I get sidetracked, and so I'm not focused on making the video that I set out to make. And so that's what happens. But let's get to finishing up harvesting this kale here. And this is a lacinato variety here. And then I have a curly leaf, and then I have ragged jack somewhere. And so this is going to continue to grow throughout the season into the fall. Next year it's going to come back, but it's going to go to seed next year. So on the second year usually it'll go to seed. But look at all this kale that I have to harvest and process. Chicken treat. All right, the last thing I'm going to harvest is these zucchinis. And they keep coming. Grab this one too. I've not been able to harvest everything. The heat is getting to me, so I am done. For now, it's probably about 8:30, and it's so humid. And I have no desire to be out here in the humidity because it gives me a headache pretty much. But this is what I've been able to harvest so far this morning. We have beans, cucumber, zucchini, thyme, basil, Swiss chard, all this kale, echinacea, and some little broccoli. And I don't just take the broccoli crown off. these tender leaves are also, see how tender this looks? It's also edible. Once you pop it, it breaks like this, so you know it's good to go. And they taste really good sauteed up. So this is all for now. I'm gonna go get all this stuff processed. I am gonna be removing these herbs in here that's already dried and package them, put them away, and make room for these ones to get them dried. I'm not gonna dry all of these because I do make tinctures also, and I'm gonna take you and show you some of the tinctures that I've made with them. Oh yeah, and I also already collected eggs. This is some of the things I do. Let me show you. Yep, echinacea tincture. And this is all I have left from last year. And this is the color it turns to. And this is Cuban oregano tincture. This here is elderberries that's already processed. You know, and I have different herbs in here that I use. And this was made last year. This is just extra. And I made this from the garlic that I grew last year, and it's just garlic and honey. I fermented it and it's sitting here now. This is the one we've been using. It's lots of garlic in here, so it's pretty strong. There's more garlic now than honey in there because we have been using it, guys. We use our stuff. Yeah, so this is it. This is all for now. There's a lot of work to be done, so I am going to head back out, go grab all my produce, and start processing it. I hope this video finds you positivity and that you're nudged a little bit, at least if you're not growing anything, to start growing. And if you are growing, be encouraged that there's a lot of benefit in it for your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, and for the environment. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next upload.